The end is near, and it's going to leave you breathless. Amy Fleming has been the heart of Heartland for years, but now, as season 19 draws to a close, fans are left wondering, what does the future hold for her? With every twist, every tear, every triumph, we've followed Amy's journey through love, loss, and healing. But what if the final chapter of her story takes a turn no one expects? Get ready, because the Heartland season 19 finale will change everything. As the season finale approaches, the atmosphere on the Heartland Ranch is filled with a strange stillness. The familiar sights and sounds that have accompanied Amy Fleming's life for over a decade seem almost too peaceful. The horses, the animals, the ever-present backdrop of the beautiful Alberta landscape, everything is just as it should be. But beneath the surface, the tension is building. Amy, now a woman who has weathered so much in her life, love, loss, triumph, and heartbreak, stands at a crossroads. She's grown into a figure of strength and wisdom, the embodiment of resilience. But as her personal journey continues to evolve, one question lingers in the air. Is this the end of her journey, or just the beginning of something even bigger? The relationships around her have changed too. Ty's absence still weighs heavily on her, though she has fought hard to heal and build a new life for herself. She has her daughter Lindy to care for and the ranch to run. But deep down, something feels incomplete. As the season reaches its peak, Amy is faced with a decision that will redefine everything she thought she knew about herself and her future. For years, Amy has focused on helping others, her family, her friends, her animals, pouring her heart into their needs and dreams. But now, for the first time in a long while, she's asked to look inward. What does she want? Who does she want to be? And more importantly, what is the cost of moving forward? As the writing team carefully crafts the season's closing arcs, the stakes are higher than ever before. Fans know the drama will not just be about animals, ranching, or family squabbles. It will be about the ultimate reckoning for Amy, as she must face not only her past, but her future. Can she truly move forward without Ty? Or will her journey be more complicated than she ever imagined? The final episodes of Heartland Season 19 bring us to the edge of uncertainty. Will Amy find the peace she's longed for, or will the shadow of the past continue to haunt her decisions? The suspense is unbearable, and the stage is set for a finale that will have fans on the edge of their seats, questioning everything they thought they knew about this beloved series. Amy is not alone in this journey, though. The entire Heartland family plays a crucial role in these final moments. Lou and Peter, still navigating the ups and downs of their relationship, face challenges that will either tear them apart or bring them closer than ever before. Jack and Lisa continue to be the foundation of the ranch, but even their unwavering love will be tested in ways they never imagined. Georgie, now a young adult, has her own path to follow, but will she be able to balance her dreams with the realities of life at Heartland? Behind the scenes, the ranch's future is in question as well. A new venture is proposed, one that could change the course of Heartland forever. It's a decision that could either help them thrive or put everything at risk. Will the family hold it together, or will the pressures of the outside world pull them apart? The writers have set the stage for an emotional roller coaster, with moments of intense personal growth, heartfelt reunions, and heartbreaking goodbyes. Every moment is carefully crafted to ensure that the emotional depth of the characters' lives resonates with the audience. In the finale, nothing is guaranteed. The stakes are as high as ever, and fans are left wondering, will Amy's last journey lead her to the peace she's been seeking, or will it leave her, and us, forever changed? The suspense builds as we inch closer to the season 19 finale. What Amy faces will not only change her life, but will forever impact the future of Heartland. Get ready to say goodbye to the old Heartland and prepare for what's next in this unforgettable conclusion. As the finale approaches, the winds of change begin to blow through Heartland, touching every character, every corner of the ranch. For Amy, this shift feels like both a blessing and a burden. She has spent so many years fighting to keep everything in place, to preserve the life she once shared with Ty, and to maintain the spirit of the ranch. But now, it's clear that she can't hold back the inevitable changes that are unfolding around her. The world is moving forward, whether she's ready or not. Amy has been faced with choices in the past, some big, some small, but none like this. The decision she's about to make could determine the course of her future, and perhaps even the future of Heartland itself. A new opportunity presents itself, one that challenges everything she's known about her work, her family, and her role in the world. The question now isn't just about what's best for her, it's about what's best for the ranch and those she loves. But there's a complication. A deep-rooted fear is growing in Amy, one she struggled to admit to herself: the fear of letting go. Ty's death, while it happened years ago, still feels fresh for her. It's a wound that's never fully healed, and Amy has carried it with her every step of the way. Her bond with Ty was unbreakable, and in many ways, his memory has been her anchor. She's built a life without him, but now, in the face of this new opportunity, she wonders if she's ready to step into a new chapter without his guidance, his strength, and his love. As she contemplates this change, she also grapples with the idea of moving on from the past. Can she continue to honor Ty's memory while opening herself up to a future that feels uncertain? The weight of this question hangs over her, influencing every decision she makes in the lead-up to the finale. She can't ignore the past, but she can't let it control her future either. The struggle between holding on and letting go becomes the emotional crux of Amy's journey. Meanwhile, Lou, always a source of support for Amy, begins to question her own path. After years of running Heartland's business and juggling her family's needs, Lou is faced with the reality that she might need to step back. The pressures of balancing work, her marriage to Peter, and raising her children are starting to take their toll. Lou's been strong for so long, but even she's beginning to feel the weight of everything on her shoulders. As Amy struggles with her own fears and uncertainties, Lou finds herself at a crossroads too. Could this be the time for Lou to finally make the difficult decision to slow down, or will she continue to push herself, even at the expense of her own happiness? Georgie, who has blossomed into a young woman, is also caught in a whirlwind of change. Her athletic career is flourishing, but so is her desire to build a life outside of Heartland. She's torn between her ambition and the loyalty she feels toward her family. The ranch has always been her home, but Georgie knows that she's destined for something more. The future is calling to her, but leaving Heartland behind would mean severing ties with the very place that has shaped her. Georgie's internal battle becomes more intense as the season nears its end, and her decisions will have a ripple effect on everyone around her. In the midst of this internal turmoil, there are external forces at play. A new challenge arises for the ranch, a business venture that could either save them or drive them to the brink of disaster. A potential investor offers the family a chance to grow Heartland into something larger, something more commercial. But with this opportunity comes a high price. The very essence of what Heartland stands for could be compromised. The idea of turning the ranch into a corporate enterprise doesn't sit well with everyone, especially Jack. His loyalty to the ranch's history and values runs deep, and he's reluctant to let anything taint the legacy of the land. But as the offer looms larger, the family must come together to decide whether they will embrace this opportunity for growth or hold on to the traditions that have kept Heartland alive all these years. The pressure of making these decisions weighs heavily on Amy. She's not just facing the future of her career, but the future of the entire Heartland family. The ranch is more than just a place to her. It's a symbol of everything she's worked for and everything she's lost. But it's also a place where new dreams can be built and where the family's future can be shaped. The question is Amy ready to step up and make those decisions, or will the weight of the past prevent her from moving forward? In this section of the finale, the stakes are higher than ever. It's not just about Amy's emotional journey anymore. It's about the survival of the ranch, the future of her family, and the legacy of everything they've worked for. Will Amy embrace change and take the necessary steps to move on, or will she remain frozen in time, unable to let go of the past? As the winds of change blow through Heartland, no one is safe from the uncertainties that lie ahead. The decisions they make now will define the future of their lives and of Heartland itself. As the final episodes of Season 19 unfold, something unexpected emerges. Secrets from the past that have been buried for years start to unravel, and they have the power to change everything for Amy, her family, and the entire Heartland community. Amy's life has always been intertwined with her family's history at Heartland, but as she confronts the overwhelming decisions in front of her, she begins to uncover unsettling truths that have been kept from her. These revelations force Amy to reevaluate her own understanding of her family, her past, and her future. It begins subtly. Small hints surface in conversations with Lou and Jack, whispers of things that have been kept under wraps for a long time. These bits of information hint at unresolved tensions from the past, things Amy never knew or had simply chosen not to question. As the pressure mounts, Amy is driven to dig deeper, and what she discovers shocks her to the core. These secrets don't just involve her, it involves the history of Heartland itself. At the heart of the mystery is a long-lost family document, one that's been hidden for years. When Amy stumbles upon it by accident, she finds herself staring at something that could change the entire direction of her life and the ranch's future. The document outlines a once-forgotten aspect of the family legacy. An inheritance, a decision that was made long ago, one that has been swept under the rug to protect the family from painful truths. The more Amy uncovers, the more she begins to question her own beliefs. She starts to understand why certain family members, particularly Jack, have been so protective of Heartland's history. The deeper Amy dives into this hidden past, the more she sees how these old wounds have shaped the way her family has acted in the present. What was thought to be a simple family secret is far more complex, and it seems to have the power to tear apart everything they've built together. Meanwhile, Lou's own secret past comes to light. Unbeknownst to Amy, Lou has been grappling with her own demons, and the choices she made years ago are about to catch up with her. Her involvement in a past business venture, one she thought was long gone, is revealed to have ongoing consequences for the ranch. Lou is forced to confront the mistakes she made, and her integrity and role as the heart of the family are put to the test. Can she come clean about her past decisions and keep the family together? Or will this new revelation push the family to the brink of collapse? The past isn't finished with them yet. For Georgie, the legacy of Heartland and the dark truths about her family's history becomes a pressing issue in her own life. In seeking to carve out her future away from the ranch, she discovers an unexpected connection to the family's hidden past, something that could give her the answers to questions she never knew she had. But in doing so, she finds herself entangled in a web of emotions, loyalties, and conflicting interests. The pull of the family's history is stronger than she expected, and the weight of this newfound knowledge changes her understanding of herself, her future, and her place in Heartland. While the secrets of the past unravel, Amy is forced to make an impossible choice. With everything at stake, she must decide whether to confront these buried truths head-on or keep the past hidden to protect her family from further harm. But the deeper Amy digs, the more she realizes that Heartland's future might be tied to the decisions of the past. The sins, mistakes, and triumphs of the generations before them are still very much alive, influencing the choices Amy must make now. As the stakes continue to rise, the pressure is on Amy to act decisively. Will she face the darkness that has haunted the family for years, even if it means risking everything she's worked for? Or will she protect the ranch's legacy and keep these secrets buried, hoping that time will heal the wounds? What Amy uncovers in this chapter will not only define her journey, but could potentially alter the very fabric of Heartland forever. The past has never been so close, and its impact is about to hit Amy harder than she ever imagined. The family's long-buried secrets now threaten to change the course of their lives. And in the shadow of these revelations, Amy is forced to consider, how far is she willing to go to preserve the legacy of Heartland, and at what cost? As the season 19 finale draws closer, all the building tensions reach a breaking point. The weight of the decisions Amy has been grappling with finally takes its toll, and the quiet calm that has marked the previous episodes gives way to a storm of emotions, confrontations, and life-altering choices. The Heartland family is on the edge, and the final showdown is not just inevitable, it's essential. Amy, already reeling from the weight of the past and the unexpected revelations she's uncovered, finds herself at the center of a critical decision that could change everything. The new business venture that's been hanging over the ranch for the past few episodes finally comes to a head. After much deliberation, the family is forced to choose. Should they embrace the future and expand Heartland into something larger, something more commercially viable, or should they hold on to what they know, rejecting the opportunity in favor of preserving the traditions of the past? The pressure to make the right choice intensifies as new dynamics play out. Jack, steadfast in his belief that Heartland's soul cannot be sold for profit, stands firmly opposed to the idea of turning the ranch into a commercial enterprise. His memories of his parents' hard work and the legacy they built weigh heavily on him. But as much as he wants to preserve the ranch's purity, Jack is faced with a difficult reality. Heartland is struggling. Without this financial infusion, the ranch might not survive. The ranch's future hangs in the balance, and for the first time in years, Jack's unwavering confidence begins to waver. Amy, torn between honoring Ty's memory and embracing a new direction, faces the most difficult decision of her life. Should she continue to run the ranch in the way that Ty and she had always dreamed of, or should she step into the unknown, using the opportunity to build a new future for Lindy and herself? Her decision will either honor the past or break away from it entirely. The weight of her role as both a mother and the protector of Heartland's legacy pulls her in different directions. Can she move forward without betraying the memory of the man she loved, or will she make the bold choice that could give her family and Heartland something new to build upon? As Amy contemplates this monumental choice, Lou is caught in a whirlwind of her own. Her secret past, which has been haunting her throughout the season, finally comes crashing to the surface. In the midst of everything else, Lou must face the consequences of her actions. Her involvement in a past business deal that could have disastrous ramifications for Heartland is exposed, and her credibility as a leader is put to the test. The revelation forces Lou to confront her mistakes, her motivations, and her future role in the family. She must come clean, but her honesty could have dire consequences. Will her confession lead to the fracturing of the family, or will it serve as a catalyst for healing? Will Lou's decision to take responsibility for her actions mend the rift she's caused, or will it push her family further apart? The choice is hers, and the clock is ticking. Meanwhile, Georgie, who has been on her own journey of self-discovery, finds herself drawn into the heart of the family's struggle. After discovering a deeper connection to Heartland's past, Georgie is faced with a powerful question. Is she ready to commit to the family that has given her everything, or will she forge a path outside of the ranch and her legacy? As she watches the turmoil unfold, Georgie is forced to reconcile her love for the ranch with her desire for independence. Will she choose to stay, to build her future at Heartland, or will she walk away, leaving the family and herself behind? The final showdown comes to a head during a critical family meeting where all decisions must be made. Tensions are high, emotions are raw, and everyone at Heartland has a stake in what happens next. It's a battle between the past and the future, between loyalty and growth, between tradition and change. Amy must find a way to unify the family despite their differences, but her decision will not be easy. In this final moment, the Heartland family faces the most intense, heart-wrenching showdown they've ever experienced. The future of the ranch, and perhaps their own futures, is at stake. It's a battle for survival, not just as a family, but as individuals with dreams, desires, and futures that may no longer align. The stakes have never been higher, and the heart of the story has never been clearer. Amy's decision will forever impact the legacy of Heartland, but the family she spent her entire life protecting may not survive if she makes the wrong choice. The suspense reaches its peak as every character prepares to face the fallout from their decisions. Will Amy rise to the challenge, or will the weight of the past be too much to bear? The clock is ticking, and as the season finale looms, it's clear the Heartland family will never be the same again. As the dust begins to settle and the final decisions are made, Heartland enters its final chapter of Season 19, leaving both the characters and the fans with a mixture of emotions: relief, regret, and hope. The tension that is built throughout the season culminates in this defining moment, where Amy and her family are forced to confront not only their past decisions, but their future paths. The emotional roller coaster is almost over, but the echoes of these choices will resonate far beyond the season's finale. Amy's decision, the one that will shape the future of Heartland, comes down to a single moment of clarity. After wrestling with the weight of her responsibilities, her love for the ranch, and the constant shadow of Ty's absence, Amy finally finds the courage to make the choice she's been avoiding. The emotional conflict she's experienced throughout the season reaches a boiling point. And it is in this moment that Amy realizes the truth. The future of Heartland is not about holding on to what was, but embracing what could be. With the family gathered around, Amy makes her stand. It's not an easy decision, and it's not a perfect one, but it's a choice that feels right. Amy decides to move forward with the business opportunity that will expand Heartland. However, she does so with a promise to herself and to her family. They will protect the soul of the ranch. Heartland will evolve, but it will never lose its heart, its values, or its legacy. This is Amy's declaration of growth, a commitment to moving forward while honoring the past. This choice is not just a decision for Amy, but a collective one for the whole family. Lou, who has struggled with her own mistakes and the revelation of her past, finds redemption in Amy's decision. By taking accountability for her own actions and owning up to the past, Lou has earned back the trust of her family. This marks a turning point for her, one where she can let go of the guilt that has haunted her and truly embrace her place within the Heartland family. It's a new beginning for Lou, who has learned that true strength comes not just from protecting the ranch, but from owning the mistakes that come with it. For Georgie, Amy's decision also brings clarity. After much internal conflict, she makes the bold decision to stay at Heartland, at least for now. The ranch has always been her home, and despite her desire for independence, she realizes that she's not ready to sever the bond she shares with her family. Georgie decides to pursue her dreams while remaining a part of the family that raised her. She will build her future at Heartland, but she will do so in her own way. Even Jack, who has stood by his traditional values for so long, recognizes that the world is changing, and Heartland must change with it. Jack may never fully agree with the new direction the ranch is taking, but he understands that this decision is about survival. He offers his unwavering support to Amy, knowing that her choice will ensure Heartland's continued success while preserving the integrity of what they've all worked for. It's a moment of unity, something that has eluded the family in the past, but is now stronger than ever. While Amy's decision brings a sense of resolution to some, it also marks the beginning of a new set of challenges. The business venture, though necessary for the ranch's survival, will not come without its own hurdles. Amy will need to navigate the complexities of this new world, balancing growth with tradition, business with family. But she's no longer the unsure young woman who struggled to find her place in the world.